Welcome back to week 2 in your return to running phase. As always, we are focusing very much on running specific techniques in our strength training, in our form drills and running, and the same is true for our yoga influence. We are trying to make our yoga a little bit more restorative because we are doing so much work in our single leg days and focusing on running. But we will still have some standing poses that help encourage power and balance that are very specific to the task of running. Make sure you have a yoga mat and have your 2 yoga blocks nearby. We're going to start on our hands and knees in child's pose. So spin around on your mat. Bring your knees wide, big toes come together to touch, sit your bottom back towards your heels. And then keep that bottom locked as you walk your fingertips forward. And then just start to come into some awareness of your breathing. Maybe you don't even deepen your inhale just yet. You just start to notice how you're feeling in your body, what areas of tension you might be holding. And see if you can just start to soften your forehead. Maybe you feel you're ready to drop your forehead to the mat. And then just gently roll it side to side. And then come into some stillness. Keep your forehead where it's at. Deepen your inhale. Feel your belly, ribs, and back expanding. Let your belly drop toward the mat on your inhale. And then exhale. Soft and slow. No active lift, just a gentle recoil of breath. Now on your next inhale, maybe you see if you can walk those fingertips a little longer in front of you. On your exhale, press your palms into the mat. Start to wake up the muscles of the arms. And then inhale, reach fingers to tail. Exhale, soften shoulders down your back. Again, breathe in. Send that breath into your back body. See if you can bring your attention to your pelvic floor, relaxing with that inhale. And exhale, stay and soften. Now slowly start to walk your hands over to the left side of your mat, finding a little bit of a lateral child pose. Stay here or thread your left hand around your back. Forehead comes down to the mat. Now keep sinking your hips back toward your heels as you reach those right fingertips. Find that side body length. Open through the right ribs, the right hips. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly release that left arm. Walk your fingertips back and then walk over to the opposite side of your mat, your right side. Now stay here with both arms extended or thread your right hand around your low back. Forehead comes down. Breathe into the left side body and breathe out. Soft inhale. Long, slow exhale. Good. Release your right arm. Slowly walk those fingertips back. Now, staying in this child's pose, just go ahead and tent your fingertips and let your chest drop a little bit deeper toward the mat. Breathe in here and breathe out. Good. Slowly start to come up to a tall kneeling position. Grab your 2 yoga blocks and bring them out in front of where your hands will be. We're going to sink back into a little bit of a puppy pose with our arms elevated. It's going to give us a little bit more range of motion to work with. So start to walk your knees back. We want hips over knees. With your palms on your blocks, start to send your hips back a little bit more and let your chest drop toward the mat. Now, we always want to make sure in puppy we're not flaring the ribs and dipping the back. So press those arms nice and active. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Now walk those blocks in just a little bit closer and place one elbow on each block. And bring your palms together. And as you inhale, slowly send your hips back. Let your elbows come back onto the block as your shoulders shift back. Now maybe you stay here or you have the mobility to bring those palms back to your upper back. Hips are staying over those knees. Our pelvic floor is open. We're gonna breathe in and stretch our lats. We're not gonna let our ribs flare. We push into those blocks. Nice straight line, inhale. Exhale. Tight lats can cause rib flare. It's hard to anchor ribs down if we have those tight muscles in the back. We want to maintain that mobility, especially in something like running, where we don't want to have to think so hard. Go ahead and come on up about those ribs staying down with every breath. And we're going to use our pose method form cues to help us maintain that alignment. But we can't just rely on those alone. We have to make sure we have that available range of motion to get us there. All right, hands and knees on your mat, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Drop the belly, turn your gaze up, inhale. Exhale, round. Head is heavy. Again, inhale, drop the belly, spread your collarbone wide. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale. Exhale, round. Now come back to tabletop. Nice neutral spine, neck is long, gaze down and forward. Now we're not leaning on our shoulders, we're gonna press that floor away, so we are active in the arms. And I just want you to rotate those hips, so toes in, heels out. Now I've gone through the 12 weeks, should be very familiar with hip internal rotation. I want you to take a breath here as you gently rock the hips back, breathe in and breathe out. It's not a huge movement because of our knees staying anchored, but we can help just gently continue to lengthen those sits bones in the back. Now we have to maintain our internal rotation. Super important for single leg stance and running. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Draw those knees back in line. Keep your left hand low, reach your right hand high. Thread the needle. Forehead and shoulder to the mat. Keep your hips square. Now you can reach your left arm long, or you can thread it behind your back. I'm going to continue to foster those concepts that help our diaphragm expand in 360. But rotation is also important for running. It's how it propels us forward. One side lengthening while the other shortens and uses that stored energy to push us forward. Go ahead and release that left arm. Come on back up, reach up, breathe in, and set that hand down. Inhale, left fingertips high. Exhale, thread the needle. Right hand can reach long or can thread around your back. Inhale into the left ribs. Turning your gaze over your right shoulder. Slowly release that right arm. Bring it back to your mat. Sweep the left fingertips high again and release. Curl your toes under, press your hips back, downward facing dog. We'll just stay for a few breaths here, pedaling out the feet. Nice bend in the knees. Firm down through all 10 fingers as you press your hips back. Think about your tailbone is reaching for the back corner. And maybe you wag your tail. Rise high on the balls of your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, sink the heels. Again, breathe in, rise up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale as you rise up. Make sure all the balls of the feet are on the mat. It's going to help our big toe extension. Exhale as you release. Slowly pull forward, step your right foot forward, come on up, crescent lunge. Take some time to adjust yourself. Maybe you need to widen your stance if you feel off balance. Inhale, reach the crown of your head long, and then zip the core and pelvic floor. Make sure you're in a nice straight line here. Now squeeze the left knee nice and tight. Sink into your right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're not doing this so much for strength as we are that mobility that we could get provided through these standing poses. And we're gonna throw our balance into this in just a moment with our emphasis on very specific to running. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna inhale and crescent lunge. We're gonna exhale, twist. We'll start with this. We're gonna inhale, come back, exhale, twist. Inhale, come back, exhale, twist again. Now we're gonna slightly shift our weight forward as we come up onto our right leg. Left knee drives, we're gonna rotate toward that foot. Then we're gonna step the left foot back, twist to the right. Come on back up. So together, just so you had an idea where we're going, let's start in our twist. Stay in inhale. Exhale, bring the arms back up. Inhale, twist. Squeeze your left leg, sink to the right knee. One more time, inhale, twist. Now exhale, turn your gaze forward as you come up onto the right leg. Left knee drives, rotate to the left. Inhale, step back, rotate to the right. With control, press through the right foot, drive up, rotate left. Slowly step left foot back, inhale, open. Turn your gaze forward, exhale, step up, rotate left. One more time. Control and slow, open. Exhale as you move forward, come on up and twist. Good, set your left foot down, shake it out. We're gonna do the same thing on the left. Step back with your right foot, crescent lunge on the left. Now find your footing, find your nice wide stance, draw the core in, squeeze your right leg tight. Now sink into your left knee, stay for a few breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Now this exercise we're doing here with the lunge to a standing single leg is directly related to running, right? We need to maintain stance as we start to twist toward the opposite leg that is in its swing phase as it's coming through, and then we transfer our weight to the opposite leg and we repeat that exact thing. So let's rotate on an inhale. Exhale, come back. Inhale, open. Hips are square. Exhale, come back. Inhale, open. This time, exhale, turn your gaze forward. Bring yourself up. Rotate right. Slowly step back. Inhale, open. Turn your gaze. Propel up. Turn right. Stay on your left foot, right? That's what stance is in running. Step back, inhale. Turn forward, exhale, press up, twist. Feel that inner edge of your left foot. One more time, control, breathe in. Exhale up, rotate, core on. Drive that knee, set it down. So a lesson in balance, opposing rotations. We're gonna come back to our right leg and work on some more single leg balance. Inhale, exhale, draw the core up and in, zip from the bottom as you drive your left knee up, hip height or slightly higher. Flex the toes. You can have your hands at your hips initially. Make sure you feel your outer glute, your right glute squeezing on the side, pelvic stability. Now, we're gonna reach our arms up. Pause, find your balance. And then you're gonna bring your arms down like you're running arms. Right arm bent, left arm bent. Rotate, I'm falling off balance. Rotate to the left, come back, center. Rotate left, come back to the center. Feel that glute med working. There's something that hits different about this just isolated balance work. Yes, we do a lot of that in our single leg strength. One more time, rotate. Good, set that leg down, shake it out. Thinking about our tripod foot, we're getting some foot strengthening, paying attention to our foot connecting the ground, foot, heel, ankle, knee, pelvis, all connected in running what's happening on our kinetic chain. All right, shake it out, root down through your left foot, all three corners tripod foot, squeeze your glute med in, just zip the core. Go ahead and find your running arms as you twist to the right. Inhale, come back. Exhale, zip up. Twist and turn to the right. Hips are square. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, zip. And twist. Shake it out. We are doing one more balancing on our single leg. Just playing around with what is the body's tendency when we're supposed to be on a single leg support and we need to be rotating in opposite directions. And so we're just continuing to challenge that. All right, back to our right leg, standing firm on all three corners of that right foot. Draw your left knee up, shoulders relax. Bring your left hand to your left knee, peel your hip open. Now reach your right arm out. You can have it long or you can have it like a goalpost, doesn't matter. Find somewhere to focus your gaze. Now stay here or take the advanced option to turn and gaze over your right fingertips. And be okay with wobbling, right? We're just trying to find where we're at in space. Squeeze through the core in your glute, find more stability. Turn your gaze back, knee back in center, set that foot down, and shake it out. Once you inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, release. Good. Let's switch on the left side, right knee up. Lock that glute med in, find that stability. Right hand, right knee, peel that hip open. Don't let the left hip drop. Firm up. Now reach your left arm out. Stay gazing forward. Or take that challenge, gazing over your fingertips. Slow, calm breathing. Bring your gaze back, bring your right knee back, set that foot down. All right, reach your fingertips high, rise up on the balls of your feet, and slowly start to bend your knees. Stay on your toes. We're gonna lower slowly with control, slow as you can, high on the balls of your feet, all the way down. Let your knees hover off the mat. Pause here. We've done toes pose before in our previous 12-week progression. We're gonna let those knees float for a minute. We're stretching through the soles of the feet, challenging that balance a little bit. Go ahead, set the knees down. Hands to heart center, breathe here. Big toe mobility is huge. We're gonna just continue to emphasize that. Now, stay here. I'd like to offer you another challenge, or if you'd like more sensation, which is to bring your fingertips back, take a little bit of a back bend. Now, when you do, watch this, don't let your chest flare up. Yes, it might feel a little bit good. Let's try to keep that alignment and opening. Then we truly open those muscles there. So a little more intensity through the soles of the feet. Breathe into the ribs, belly and back. Open the soles. Show those feet some love. Slowly make your way back up. And then release. Pop on up onto your feet one more time. Turn your toes in, heels out. Grab one of your blocks. Turn it the tall way. Find that support just out front so that when you draw your shoulders back, we get a nice straight line. Bend the knees and just slowly sway side to side. With your long, slow inhales and exhales. Long spine. Slowly pivot those feet. Heels in, toes out. Sink your hips low. Low squat. Now you can always throw a block underneath your bottom. And even if you're something like deep squat doesn't bother you, or it's something that you can do, doesn't mean we sometimes can't take the modification and just give ourselves that little bit of restorative and supported approach to this range of motion. So nice tall spine, breathe in, breathe out. One more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Slowly remove that block. Have a seat. I'm going to turn and face you. We're going to do a little bit of a straddle stretch. So you can turn sideways on your mat. I'm going to draw my left leg in so my foot is coming toward my inner thigh. Move any of your fleshy items out of the way so you can feel your sits bones. Reach tall. And then take a side bend over to the right. You can grab for your knee, your calf, if you have the flexibility for your toes. And then really lengthen through the side body. Keep your left sits bone anchored. Don't let it come up as you reach. And then start to turn your gaze under your left armpit. Slowly come on up. Reach your arms wide like a T. Drop your left hand just behind your left hip. Sweep your right arm forward. Breathe in, lift up and reach back. Find a little back bend. And then exhale, sweep forward. Reach your right hand back. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, sweep your hand back. Reach, breathe in. Back bend, exhale. Sweep over, reach for your toes. One more time. Exhale, left hand low again. Sweep forward, rise up on your hip. Stay here. Right hand to the back of your head. Press your head into hand, hand into head. Start to peel open. Then sit your hips back. Arms wide and then switch. Fold your right foot in, find your sits bones. Reach up and then side bend. Reach over, right fingertips. Lengthen from that sits bone all through those right ribs. Remember with running, if you struggle with diastasis, prolapse, leakage, we don't want to belly breathe too much. Yes, we need our belly to be relaxed. However, we gotta find that back body expansion in our running. So we need to keep our back nice and mobile. Okay, come on up. Right hand drops low behind the hip. Start to press the hips up and forward. Reach your left fingertips back. Inhale. Exhale, sit the hips back. Sweep around. Reach back over, inhale. Right hand comes low again. Exhale, sweep up. Inhale here. More time, exhale, sit. Sweep around. Reach the right fingertips, breathe in. Exhale, right hand low. Lift the hips, reach up and back. Stay here. Left hand to the back of the head. Press your hand into your head into your hand, reach up and open. Inhale. Exhale. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. I'm going to stay facing you on your mat. We're going to finish in frog. Now we did frog a few times in our 12 weeks. Maybe I'll start sideways so I can remind you of our alignment and then I'll turn to face you. We're going to come and find 90 degrees from ankle, knee, and hip. Now, a common mistake is to be too far back or too far forward. This is an intense stretch, so make sure you are right in line. And then forearms come down. And just like something like pigeon, we're trying to relax, but we don't have too much rounding. So if we can draw a long spine, a block can be really helpful as well in this position. Maybe just forehead, and we try to keep that spine long. If you need a little bit more padding on those knees, you can roll the sides of your mat up and use that for some support as well. So go ahead and find that wide straddle wherever you're at. We're gonna come down for a few breaths here. Make sure you keep those toes flexed. It's gonna help support those knees. Aligned posture, shoulders down the back. Breath in, breath out. Opening those inner thighs, definitely a major rotational opening, pelvic floor opening. Try to release and relax where you can. We'll always want to keep in mind, in any pose we're doing, we want to make sure that we can breathe without increasing and upregulating more tension in our body. So check in with those hips, see if you migrated too far forward or back. Maybe you can slide those knees out a little bit more. We're gonna stay for 3 more breaths. Reach your chest long. Last breath, let your belly be heavy. Descend toward the floor. Now, there really is no graceful way of coming out of this, so however you flop on out, no one has to see you doing that. Let's finish with a seat on our mat. I want you to blink your eyes closed just momentarily. Bring your hands to your ribs and belly. Tall spine. Just check in with your breathing. Making sure we're always ending, not holding too much tension. Blink your eyes closed, soft inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and open your eyes, and that will wrap up our week 2 running emphasis yoga. I look forward to seeing you in our second workout of the week and hope that you are plugging along, making progress toward your return to running goals. See you then.